All right, let's get into it. Why are so many Jews rich? This isn't just some random coincidence because Jews make up 0.2% of the world's population, just 15.8 million people, but account for a huge percentage of the world's wealthiest individuals. In 2011, Jews made up 25% of the 400 richest Americans. In 2018, 19% of Forbes' list of the world's 200 richest people were Jewish. And get this, on Forbes' list of the top 50 wealthiest people, 16 of them, which is 32%, are Jewish. And here's the crazy part. Jews have been through everything. The Holocaust, Russian pogroms, the Crusades, expulsions from England, France, Spain, Arab lands. My grandparents have been expelled from Algeria. So for over 2,500 years, Jews have faced persecution, exile, and unimaginable suffering. And yet, we thrive. So what's the real answer? What is it about Jewish culture, education, and mindset that makes this possible? Let's break it down because this is deeper than you think, and it's incredibly real. Number one, education is everything. First and foremost, Jews prioritize education like no other group. It's not just a nice idea, it's embedded in the DNA of Jewish life. The Torah literally commands it. It says, teach these words diligently to your children in Deuteronomy 6. And this isn't just about religious education only, it's about learning in general. The Talmud goes further and tells us that a parent must educate their child in a trade so they're prepared to succeed in the real world. But it's not just about learning a specific skill, it's about learning how to think. The Talmud itself is a masterclass in critical thinking, in debate, and in problem solving. Engaging in critical arguments and discussions trains the mind to approach challenges creatively and analytically. Over thousands of years, this focus on developing a sharp and adaptable mind became a cornerstone of Jewish culture. And here's the key. Even those who aren't religious or observant still benefit from this legacy. The cultural impact of Talmudic reasoning, valuing questions, debate, and intellectual exploration has shaped how Jews approach the world. It's why so many excel not only in fields like medicine, law, finance, and technology, but especially in entrepreneurship, because the ability to think critically, to pivot, and find innovation and solutions is second nature, making entrepreneurship a natural fit. Knowledge isn't just our foundation, it's our superpower. Number two, resilience in the face of persecution. Let's face it, Jews have endured the worst of human history. From exiles, massacres, expulsions, the list is endless. But each time, Jews adapted, rebuilt, and came back stronger than ever before. This resilience isn't random, it's rooted in the Torah's teachings and thousands of years of survival. The Torah itself says, "You were strangers in the land of Egypt," in Exodus 22. That reminder to never forget the experience of displacement and oppression shaped Jewish history. Jews learned how to innovate, find opportunities in adversity, and thrive no matter the circumstances. And here's the thing. That same resilience is a cornerstone of success as a business person. One of the most critical traits of a successful businessman or an entrepreneur is the ability to get back up after every setback and until you achieve success. So for centuries, Jews have faced barriers, being barred from owning land or joining guilds. But instead of giving up, we've mastered trade, finance, and intellectual professions, and this ingrained ability to rebuild and adapt isn't just a survival mechanism or tactic, it's a blueprint for thriving even in the face of failure. It's this mindset of perseverance that has made Jews not only survivors, but actual leaders and innovators in the world of business and entrepreneurship. Number 3, the power of community. Success doesn't happen in isolation. One of the most powerful forces in Jewish life and community is the idea of giving 10% of income to charity, which we call tzedakah. And that's not about helping the poor only. The main part is about creating a strong interconnected network. So in Jewish culture, lifting each other up is a way of life. If someone in the community is struggling, there's an expectation to help them succeed. This creates an incredible cycle of support and opportunity. So when one Jew thrives, others are brought up along with them for the ride. 4, ethical business practices. The Torah and Talmud emphasizes honesty and integrity in business. The Torah says, "You shall have honest weights and measurements." This focus on fairness became a defining trait in Jewish commerce, shaping a culture that values trust and ethical dealings. Historically, this reputation for integrity gave Jewish merchants an edge. And even in societies that discriminated against Jews, their trustworthiness made them indispensable in business and in trade and in finance. So this foundation of ethical practices, paired with hard work, resilience, built lasting success over generations. Now let's be real, throughout history, there have been Jews who individually have acted unethically in business. They made headlines and they paid the price. But let's just make one thing clear. That's not the majority. That's the minority and not reflective of the broader Jewish culture and historical approach to business. The overwhelming majority have upheld the values and honesty and integrity and fairness that are central to Jewish teachings and Jewish life. It's this commitment to ethics combined with relentless work ethic that has contributed to lasting success and respect in the business world. 5, long-term thinking. Jews are taught to think generationally. The Talmud advises splitting wealth into 3 parts: land, merchandise, and cash. This is in Bava Metzia 42a. Basically, diversification before it was trendy. On top of that, Jewish culture values deferred gratification. Instead of chasing short-term gains, there's a focus and an emphasis on something sustainable for future generations. This mindset isn't just about financial success, it's about creating lasting legacies. Number 6, purpose-driven wealth. Here's the key. Wealth in Jewish culture is never about accumulation, it's about purpose. The Torah teaches that wealth comes from God and should be used for good. As it says, it is He who gives you the power to achieve wealth in Deuteronomy 8. Even secular Jews often carry this perspective. Wealth is seen as a tool for impact, for building communities, for funding innovation, and for making the world a better place. It's not about greed, it's about using blessings to serve a higher purpose. But here's the key. Wealth is often the result of solving problems and adding value. Jewish culture emphasizes identifying needs and providing a solution and making meaningful contributions to society. Whether it's through business, innovation, or services, wealth is built by addressing challenges and improving the lives of people and providing solutions. This mindset aligns with the Jewish principle of tikkun olam, which means repairing the world, making the world a better place, where success isn't just about personal gain, but about creating solutions that benefit the broader community and build a better future for everyone. Building wealth then comes not as an extension of greed, but as an extension of making the world a better place, solving problems, and making ways to make the world a better place one step at a time. Number 7, Jews reward ambition. There's an ingrained belief that maximizing talents and striving for excellence is not just a privilege, it's a responsibility for each and every one of us. This drives us to succeed and help the world become a better place. Combine that with ambition and a history of overcoming adversity, and you have a recipe for thriving in any environment. The real answer as to why so many Jews are rich, it's not luck and it's not circumstances. It's about values, it's about education, it's about resilience, it's about community and ethical business practices, along with long-term thinking, purpose-driven wealth, and ambition. These are principles that have been refined over thousands of years and generations, passed down through one generation to the next. And it's a way of life. That's the real answer. Whether you're Jewish or not, these are concepts and values and mindsets that you can implement into your daily life. So what do you think? Let me know in the comments below, and let's keep this conversation going.